This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Thomas versus PA. You all have been together for 2 years. You have one child together, and suspicions of infidelity are wreaking havoc on this relationship. Ms. Thomas, you've initiated this case today. Tell us why.
I think he's been cheating. I'm here to prove it today. And if he has been cheating from what he's confessed to me, besides what he's confessed to me today, I'm ready to pack up and leave.
What kind of issues have happened in the past?
Well, he told me he cheated at the beginning of a relationship. He cheated with 2 women. And just recently, he told me he had oral sex with, I guess, a woman multiple times.
And you just recently found those things out?
Yes. After
Had you
I contacted
suspect
the court, this is what he told me.
And how has that past history of infidelity impacted you right now?
It's horrible. I didn't cry this much even when my dad died. I don't deal with stuff like this. I've never been in a relationship like this. I've never been hurt to this extent. I'm usually the type of woman, if I have to do all this stuff, I have to check your Instagram, your Facebook, your messages, your Gmail. If I have to do all this, it's not for me because I'm not used to, this is not the type of woman I am.
So you're gonna be done. If it comes out that he's cheating over and above what he's already told you,
yes.
You're out.
There's no point. Yes, I have to go.
But he's told you about something, but you think there's more.
I think it's more because he gradually tells the truth. And I think maybe he still has some truth he needs to tell me.
And from these court papers, your focus is on one particular woman you believe he's cheating with.
Yes. Now, he says he has not had sex with her. They're just friends. Okay, you have plenty of friends. Why haven't I met this particular friend? Now, why when I argue with the girl, why when I delete her off your social media, you keep adding her? Why is she so important to your life? Why does she keep being brought up in our relationship?
Mr. PA, why you keep bringing this babe back?
She goes ahead and deletes them. She goes ahead and blocks them. And then once I figure it out who is being blocked, who is being deleted, you know, I add them back because there's no foul play. There's nothing to hide.
Okay, you shut her down once before. You can continue to keep shutting her down. Shut her down again. If I'm asking you to shut this woman down because she's causing problems, and on top of that, you let her disrespect me. Shut her down.
I gotta
Loyalty is what I'm looking for today.
Mr. PA, there's something to be said in a relationship that if it's something that's making you uncomfortable or making your partner uncomfortable, that you have enough love and care to say, okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's not a necessary livelihood for me. That's not part of my quality world.
Understandable. I mean, I had a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that I was not, you know, enjoying in a relationship too as well. So it was hard for me to respect some of the things that she wanted me to do. You know, I work all day, you know, I take care of the, you know, outside of the home, and I just wish the inside of the home was taken care of, you know, better than what it is. You know, I come home.
You don't get wife treatment if you don't treat me like a wife.
I still, I'm just saying, if you have your standards, I have mine as well.
Well, my standards is not to be with a cheater. That's number one.
It's not cheating, being a friend on social media with someone.
And some are saying it is cheating.
All right, and we've talked about this micro-cheating. They now call it micro-cheating because it's not, you know, in the face, but you're on social media, you are interacting with one another, and if you both are not in agreement, it's micro-cheating. Even
if you didn't have intercourse with her, why is she still in our lives for?
And there it is. So you believe there's more to it than just friends?
It's gotta be.
So how did she pop up the first time?
Well, she popped up when we first met. I guess she was thirsty. Somebody was calling him on his phone and texting his phone constantly.
We really don't even know who that person was. I mean,
I'm sorry?
Neither one of us knows that number.
Come on, keep it 100. Every single time we get in an argument, it's Giselle. Every time. To make me mad, he asked Giselle.
I mean,
talks to Giselle.
So are you talking to her about your relationship?
I have in the past. I'm not gonna lie about that because basically that was how our relationship started, you know what I'm saying, back over again. I mean, I couldn't talk to her, so I found someone to talk to about my issue.
All right, okay, you realize that's a wide open door to...
That's a bad recipe.
Thank you, Judge Tyler.
All that is.
Thank you.
All that is. If you go to a woman who has an interest in you, and you tell her, I'm having problems, the first is, come on, baby.
She's trying to move on in.
I mean, that's her accusation.
And you will never find a more comforting shoulder than the shoulder of a woman who's trying to get you when you're talking about problems in your relationship.
Yes, sir.
She would be the most welcoming, most loving, most caring person you have ever met in your life.
If you tell her, my wife ain't cooking for me. What's she gonna do?
Cook for you.
My wife ain't cleaning my shirts like I like.
Oh, starch like you
today.
Starch like you never had them starch before.
She ain't doing XYZ in bed with me.
XYZ,
done.
A1, A2, A3, the whole gamut.
Okay.
There it is. Cause you giving her a roadmap. Exactly.
And basically gave her permission to disrespect me because she know everything about me now. She's calling me, she's telling me about myself.
So, Ms. Thomas, why else do you believe that he is sleeping with Giselle?
He hung out with her twice, and he lied about it both times.
Okay, when you say hung out with her, like he went out to the club, he went to her house, what are you saying?
Yes, he went to her house. She picked him up from the train station after work. They went out. I think they went to the bar.
As I was leaving out the door, I told her we was pretty much done at that time.
he
I was
said...
angry at that time, and I was done.
Mr. PA, let's say I believe you, that you were walking out the door telling her we're pretty much done. If she's already at the train station waiting on you, I mean, that's pretty quick. You already had that lined up before you walked out the door.
I mean, she actually she stayed like right down the street from where we stayed at. I mean, it wasn't like I had to set
I'm
it
just
up.
now hearing about this.
So this is news to you?
I'm just now hearing about this.
You know what, but the beauty of this court is we get to the bottom of it. And there's your side, there's his side, and of course, there's Giselle's side. She's here. Ron, would you escort her in?
Hello.
Okay.
Go up to the witness stand.
Liar. The queen Giselle.
Ladies.
No queen. No, you ain't no queen, honey.
Ladies.
If you're a queen, you have your own man and not try to talk to mine.
Ladies. Good day, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. State your name, please, for the court.
Giselle James.
Okay.
James.
Ms. James, can you tell us the nature of your relationship with Mr. PA?
Me and Ray are friends. We've never been any more than that. We actually met through mutual friends. He was dating a friend of mine before.
Nasty.
Ms. Thomas, do you know about his relationship with Ms. Thomas?
Well, at first, he didn't tell me anything as far as them being together or anything. How I found out more about her was basically she contacted me.
She contacted you?
That's
Yes.
a lie.
And what did she say when she contacted you?
She was basically asking me why am I talking to Ray and that's her man and stuff like that and I want her life and things of that nature, basically.
Has Mr. PA made advances toward you of a sexual nature?
No.
He has never come to you wanting more from a relationship? Romantic?
Not while they were together.
Okay, so he has shown a romantic interest in you.
In the past, before them.
In the past, before them?
Yes.
Were you interested in him romantically?
Honestly, no.
Now, why are you texting him thanks, baby, and text him and call him late at night before he got to go to work? That's
When
what
Ms.
hoes do.
Thomas accused you of wanting her man, what did you tell her?
I basically, well, to be real with you, I didn't really clarify anything with her because the way that she came, it was so disrespectful and childish to the point where I felt like...
Texting my man at night is
was
disrespectful
more
and childish.
It was more of a thing where I was just like, get out my face until you know how to talk like a grown woman.
So she came at you a certain way and you like, okay, I'm gonna let that hang out there. Is that's how you wanna be, I'm gonna just let that hang out there.
So you never confirmed up or down that you were sleeping with or involved with Mr. PA?
I did make it clear that we haven't never done anything, but
that's a lie.
She would constantly...
You
told
me
be
on the phone the
surprised.
second time I talked to you that you had sex with him, that you could take my man, honey. Keep it 100.
Did that conversation take place, Ms. James?
I'm sorry, am I able to address her directly or should I even pay her any mind?
Here's what, I'm asking you a question. And my question is, did you ever tell Ms. Thomas that you had sex with Mr. PA or that you could take her man?
No, I told her that I could sleep with her man if I wanted to. But I made it clear that I didn't.
Why you gotta lie?
Okay, so what would you tell
Girl, we
Ms.
can
Thomas?
take a lot of tests to write.
They need to give you one.
They can, and you're gonna feel real dumb that we never done anything.
You should feel dumb.
And you look stupid.
Talking to somebody else's man.
I should feel dumb talking to my friend.
Honey.
I have my own man. I have my own man, and I have my own family.
with you talking to him? Texting him, calling him late at night? He okay with that?
Miss Thomas.
forget
Miss
that,
Thomas.
Like, you know when that happens,
Miss
like, you
Thomas.
shut
Hey,
up.
hey, hey.
Everybody quiet.
Mr. PA, don't you jump in this too. You got me swinging this gavel around. My question to you is, do you believe that he's cheating with anyone?
He hasn't said anything of that nature, that he's currently dealing with anybody, but he did say that he had messed with somebody before on her.
So she knew that before I got to know.
How do you figure that?
I see she's in.
Thank you, Ms. James. I think we've heard enough testimony. Here's what it's looking like from our viewpoint. Ms. Thomas just has a woman's intuition that something is going on because Ms. James keeps resurfacing. She gets rid of her, she deletes her, she keeps resurfacing, he keeps bringing her back into the picture. And all this has caused Ms. Thomas to believe that Mr. PA is still involved in a relationship with Ms. Giselle James. And if you find out he is still involved with her, your relationship with Mr. PA is done.
Yeah.
So this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is he cheating?
Michael Williams. How are you, bro?
Right on to the minutes.
How are you, Mr. Williams?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
So, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. PA, is that correct?
That's correct.
You asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September of 2016, have you had physical sexual contact with any women you met online? What did he answer?
Your Honor, he made an admission and said yes.
What
She
did,
already-
well, there's no
She
reason
already knew
for-
about that, though.
But
Just
she-
recently, though.
So these are some of the infidelities he's confessed to
Since I contacted
since
the
you
court,
set the court
yes.
date. All right.
Mr. Williams, you asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September 2016, other than the times she knows about, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph determined on this particular question, he was being deceptive.
Really?
So
Thought she
these
passed
these are infidelities that she doesn't know anything about, because there's some he's confessed to. The question was specifically about the ones he has not confessed to, correct?
Excluding the ones he hasn't confessed to.
Mr. PA?
I mean, basically, the reason why I probably felt that question was because we talked about timelines. We didn't talk about particular women.
So you were confused about the question that asked you,
Well,
other
I
than
mean,
what she
I should've-
already knows about, have you been with any other women since you were with her? That sounds like a pretty specific question to me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was one person that I didn't specify about.
To her.
That's it. Yeah, but the timeline I told her is correct.
Do I know this person?
No, you do not. When I was,
So
you
it's
know, I
three
was,
people you cheated with, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Wow, when you confess, why don't you just tell the truth all the way? Why do you just keep it 100? Why do you tell the truth but don't tell the whole truth? Why do you wait to days or months later
you're
to tell
too
the rest
hyper,
of the truth?
man. I just can't do a conversation
just-
like that.
All right. You asked Mr. PA, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Thomas in September 2016, have you had sexual intercourse with Giselle James? I see you gripping that podium.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Regarding sexual intercourse with Ms. James, he indicated deception.
Both of y'all some like y'all can have each other.
Hey, this is really funny. Because,
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Ain't she done?
Nah.
excuse me, is that stating
That we had sex.
I haven't had oral sex with this man. I haven't had regular intercourse with this man. So I'm not understanding.
Let me do it this way. Mr. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you share with our litigants your history with polygraph examinations?
I'm a retired federal agent. For 25 years, I've been involved in law enforcement and conducting polygraph examinations.
With the FBI
I've
and
conducted
all
over 900 polygraph examinations, and I used 4 indicators of deception, and you failed 3 of the 4 indicators of deception.
that. Okay, but
And these indicators of deception are physiological responses, is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And these are involuntary physiological responses that the person being questioned cannot control.
Cannot control.
Ms. Thomas, you came here to get some answers.
I got him.
You done?
I'm done. Y'all can have each other.
girl, please.
It's real easy at this point when people say, I'm done. Now, you all have a child together. You're gonna have to learn to co-parent that child. So you all gonna have to get up and over all this crazy because your child needs both of you.
That's not gonna be an issue.
All right, well, you'd be surprised. You say that here, and then it jumps off differently outside this
I'm not gonna stop him
courtroom.
for being a good father. He's a very good father.
Okay.
There's nothing that's gonna stop that.
We will order you to go to counseling. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.
This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is a case of King versus King. You all are married, you've known each other for 8 years, but allegations of cheating have put this relationship on hold. Ms. King,
Yes.
you've initiated this case, you brought your wife here to court. Tell us why.
Well, Your Honor, I brung my wife here today because I'm just hearing a whole bunch of rumors, and I seen a number in her phone that shouldn't have been there. I'm completely tired. I'm completely tired of people coming to me. I mean, it went so far to where a person called my job. They called my, well, I was at work and someone had texted me saying 911. Basically just telling me, you know, you need to get home because they seen someone coming in and out of my home.
So
I'm
you
the
are
only
exhausted.
woman that should be coming in and out my home besides my wife, Tamika.
And if I remember correctly from the court papers, there's one woman in particular that you are most concerned about. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. King, your wife has brought you here. She is exhausted by what is going on between you all. What do you have to say to the court?
I mean, Your Honor, I'm exhausted too. You know, I'm like constantly getting accused, you know, and I want it back to how we used to have it. Like, I'm not out there cheating. It is a lot at stake because we even became married. We were actually friends for 8 years.
Okay, so y'all got some history. Both of you all are in this thing just swimming. And everybody's tired and you trying to get out of it.
I mean, I ain't swimming, I'm on the couch.
Well, not literally
I ain't
swimming, but
I'm drowning.
You drowning.
From
Oh.
the master bedroom to a love seat, and I ain't getting no love.
So you sleeping on a love seat right
I'm
now?
on a love seat
Ironically,
right
you're
now.
sleeping on a love seat.
So you say you want things to be the way they were. Where did you used to be? How did you meet?
Can I tell?
It's just like we at home. Cut
Stop
off.
it. Stop it.
All right. Tell us what happened.
Okay. Well, in the beginning, it was beautiful. She would do romantic things like write me love letters and open the door for me, give me flowers, just...
It was a romance.
It was beautiful. And don't get me wrong, she still does sweet things for me, but it's not the same. So I feel like she's basically just doing sweet things to me to cover up the fact that she's out there cheating on me.
So, you know, Cutler, in the routine, we've had friends say, my husband brought me roses for no reason. Why he do that? Yeah. And so it's almost like you think these are guilt gifts instead of gifts of the heart.
I do.
All right, Miss King, she says that when it started out, it was beautiful. You were romancing her. Why did you fall in love with her?
She had no kids. I have 2 kids. She stepped right in like she was their mom. Come home, house smelling good, you know, bath water, because I done worked so many hours, dinner, the whole 9. Like, I'm making sandwiches now. Like, I need
so
my wife
you go
back.
from dinner, real nice dinner, to sandwiches.
To Lunchables.
To Lunchables.
Whatever I eat at work is what I eat.
And she's gonna remain there until I find out if she's cheating on me or not.
So why do you think she's cheating?
We went to the supermarket and I guess, well, I didn't know the woman at the time, but I guess this was her ex, and They said the ex told her that she needed to speak to her, and they kind of left me there, standing there, like in the beginning, in the middle of the grocery store. It wasn't no, hi, her name is X, Y, and Z, you know, this is my girlfriend, or this is my fiance. There wasn't none of that. They disappeared in the aisle for about 20 minutes. And then when Tamika finally came out, she acted like she had an attitude because I was telling her, you know, I feel some type of way. What's your problem? You act like I wasn't there, like I was invisible.
And this ex,
yes, Your Honor,
is the one you had focused on and think this is the one?
Yes.
Your Honor.
And you submitted a photo of the ex to the court, is that correct?
Yes. Look at that.
And this is Miss
on.
Tamika King's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And this is the one you think she's still involved with.
Yes. Yes.
She's confident. Look at those shoes matching that I don't think I can pull that one off, Mr. Cutler. That's
confident.
Yeah.
You got it, you know.
Flaunt it. All right. Wait, hold on. I want to hear about the supermarket. Did you just leave your girlfriend, your wife, in the middle of the supermarket?
Please tell the truth.
Your Honor, I did, but there's a but. It all sounds bad on my side. Okay. We were in the grocery store. We just rekindled, got back. Everything was going good. The loving, the taking care of each other, and
you too.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm like not really looking at an ex no more. This done. I'm more looking at I owe you some money for the past car that we got together. I haven't seen you. Let's get this done. I'm more worried about getting things out the way so I can make a way.
And see, I can understand that, but here's the problem. Someone runs into an ex, and the person they're with is standing there. Are you going to introduce me? And then when you don't do that, the person feels, okay, now you're trying to hide something. Are you trying to keep that door open?
That's where my insecurities come in.
But I was in cloud nine. I wasn't thinking about ex.
If you're in cloud nine like you say you are, you can't help but introduce her. That's
you
the
want
thing.
everybody to know.
Yeah. That's going to be the first thing out of your mouth.
All right, do you have anything else that supports your belief that she's cheating?
I do. She told me, me and Tamika was supposed to be going out one day, and she told me she left her cell phone at her family member's house. So I said, okay, well, go get it. I'll get ready, and then, you know, you come back to the house and come get me. An hour went past, so I called her cell phone, and I'm like, hey, thinking to myself, what's going on? So I'm like, don't jump to nothing. You know, maybe her cell phone's still dead. She didn't get a chance to charge it.
Sure.
So now I calls the family member house. I'm not getting any answer. So I'm like, you know, okay, I'm just gonna pop up over there.
All right, the pop-up.
I'm gonna pop up. So I popped up over there, and a family member, you know, tells me, Tamika haven't been here for a week and a half.
And you immediately start thinking she's with this ex again.
No, I still didn't jump to conclusions.
Okay.
I still didn't. I was upset, and I said, you know what, me and her were supposed to go out to eat, and I'm still gonna go get me some food because I'm still upset and I'm hungry. So I'm like, I'm going to continue the day. So I go to the restaurant that me and her usually go to and they know us, and I get inside there, and the guy's like, hey, you just missed your wife. And I'm like, so I said, you know, who was she with? You know, I'm curious. Is she by herself?
Right.
So then he said he don't know the woman, but the way he described her, the female on the screen, the way he described her, I knew it was her. Then when I asked Tamika about it, she played dumbfounded and act like she didn't know what I was talking about.
All right, Miss King.
Can I talk?
Yes, please. I want you to talk.
It wasn't me. We got it. It might sound, I know, I sound crazy all the way through. We live in a small town, Your Honor. I have a lot of people that tell me that I look like this one girl. I never bumped into her yet, but they said I look like that. They say I look like this one girl.
I never seen her neither.
Okay, so you're saying, Cutler. She is telling us her doppelganger lives in the same town as her. and happens to be at the restaurant they go to with this woman.
With her ex.
With her ex. You are saying you were never at this restaurant
So
with your ex.
how did your ex number pop up in your phone? Please explain that. Was y'all talking about that same car?
I never paid her the money.
We've been together for 4 years, and so it's been over with. So why are we still talking about the same thing? Why is her number in your phone?
So you still have a relationship with his ex?
Not at all.
Well, she keeps popping up. She's popping up at the supermarket.
Small town.
She's popping up at the restaurant.
Small town.
It's real small.
She's in your phone. It's your testimony that nothing is going on between you and your ex.
I want to marry her. Nothing's going on.
You didn't answer the question. That was good. You kind of danced around a little bit.
Do that
but
all
this
the
is a
time.
direct question. You're telling this court that there's nothing going on between you and your ex-girlfriend.
Nothing.
Your Honor, if I'm going crazy, then, you know, I hope my wife forgive me. If she passes this test, I'm willing to work on my marriage because I love her, okay? I'm mad we have to even be here today. And I'm mad I gotta go through this with something so ratchet.
All right. That's why we have her side, and then her side. The ex is here. Ron, escort her in.
Yes, Your Honor.
How are
ma'am.
you?
Have a seat, please. Would you state your name, please, for the court?
Dominique Martinez.
Ms. Martinez, what is the nature of your relationship with Ms. Tamika King?
That's my ex. That's it.
Are you all currently in a sexual relationship?
No, we're not.
Why have you spoken to her in the last year or so?
Yes, I have.
Please, just stop it. Why are you lying? Why don't you just tell the truth?
Can you calm down like
no,
that?
I cannot calm down.
Miss King.
Jesus, relax.
If you with her, just tell me. You're a woman like me.
How
Would
about
you want
you
this to be done with
pay me my money that
Honey,
your
if
wife
I had the money to give it to you, I would be more than happy for you to get the hell out of my life.
Okay,
Pay me my money.
Ms. Martinez.
Enough. Ladies.
Okay, Ms.
You came here to get answers from the judges. Let the judges do the talking.
Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
So do you have ongoing contact with Ms. Tamika King?
No, that is the problem. After me and Tamika had broke up, Tamika came to me and asked me to help her out with a vehicle, okay? She said she needed to get back and forth to work. Wherever they live at, transportation was rough. During that time, I was doing all right for myself. So I said, okay, no problem, but I want my money back.
Well, let me ask this. Mr. Kima King has indicated that she's become aware that you and Ms. Tamika King were at a restaurant together.
That was on a moment where she had to give me some of my money.
So you were at the restaurant with her?
Yes, we was there.
That was her because, Ms. King, you said, don't look at her. I mean, she's telling the truth. You said it wasn't you, and she's saying, yes, it was you.
She trying to make it hard for me. I ain't go to no restaurant.
Why would she say you were at the restaurant when you weren't? How does that even factor into you getting her money?
It doesn't even make any sense.
If it was a couple of dollars, I would have let it go, because at the end of the day, what me and her had, that was then. That was $2,000. I need my money.
So you were at the restaurant with Ms. Tamika King?
Yes, we met at the restaurant, and she gave me the $175. She said, you look nice today. I said, and what's new? Give my damn money and go buy your business. That's it.
So, Ms. Martinez, when she said to you, you look nice, do you think she was flirting with you?
I think she was trying to take the edge off of the fact that she knows she should have been paid me my money. And she just want me to shut up about it, so she's willing to say whatever it takes for me to shut up. That's not gonna happen.
Do you get paid?
Till I get my damn money.
So let me,
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez.
No problem.
So, Mr. Cutler, here's what we have. Ms. King is saying that their marriage is in shambles because she believed that Ms. King was in a relationship or having an affair with her ex. But what Ms. Martinez has testified is, I want my money. But the bottom line is, Ms. King has not been truthful because she said she wasn't at that restaurant. And she says if it comes out she's cheating, she's gone.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, we would like to hear from licensed forensic voice analyst Guy Wolfe to determine, is she cheating? Can you tell Mr. Wolfe in?
How are you, Mr. Wolfe?
I'm wonderful, thank you, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm great. You did a forensic voice analysis of Ms. King. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So let's take a look at the question that Ms. King was asked.
Since the beginning of your relationship with Takima in January of 2015, have you had any physical sexual contact with your ex-girlfriend, Dominique?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I am so happy. Woo! Oh,
I love you. Now maybe they can get together and get their money.
I am so glad. Miss King, Tamika King, laying down there on the podium. I am so glad for you. You look so relieved. Okay, ladies, you all clearly love each other. Miss King?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to put this distrust behind you. We have not had a stronger witness in a long time than Miss Martinez. The only thing she wants is her money.
That's it.
And
Is that the impression you got?
I think at the end, I finally understood that she wanted her money.
Okay, yeah.
And you two need to work on that and get this resolved with her. You really do. Another goal for you all is to rebuild the trust.
Your Honor, I don't want to be with anybody else. Our sex is great.
Wow.
I mean,
Winning.
Well. If you got that part together, you can get off that love seat.
Can I get back in the bed?
You can get.
My back hurts.
Sounds like things need to happen
some
that
regular
way.
meals.
You can get a regular meal in there.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm getting small.
But what you all did when you fell in love are the things you have to do to stay in love.
Your Honor, I would like to tell Dominique I'm sorry.
Oh, I love that.
I'm very sorry. But when you a scorned woman already, it's hard, okay? So I apologize, okay?
I understand. Apology accepted.
Well, now is a great time for you all to start anew, to start fresh, to get back on the right path together.
Yes.
And our counselors can help you do that.
Oh, my
we want
God,
you to
yes.
talk to them when you leave so that they can help you as you start down this path to a happy and healthy and lifetime commitment and marriage.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck to you both. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a happy and a healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.